going to teach you how to clean up your neck, or how somebody else can clean up your neck. Come on. Okay. So I'm going to start at the base of the hairline, because you don't want to go up into the hairline and then when it starts growing back you have all these ugly hairs, you know?
Random.
I mean, yeah. You don't, that's not necessary. Just go to where it will be like a sparse new growth. So you can see his hairline is kind of like right here. You could go up maybe to like right here, but I'm going to stick to right here. And you want to
So you're saying it's not necessary to go up into the hair, above the hairline?
Yeah, that's just dumb to me.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure the person is looking straight. You can go in front of them and make sure so that their neckline isn't crooked.
Mm-hmm.
And then start in the center and work your way to the side. So now that's my guide. So I'm just going to try and keep it straight all the way over. You could even use your comb if you needed some help. I've been doing this for a while so I can eye it. Do you want to come around too?
Well, I'm going to get this side when you do this side.
But I'm doing this side too. Well, first.
I have a question.
Hi, Exoman.
Why didn't you introduce your model?
This is my model, Jason. So now I don't want to go too crazy in here. I can go a little farther in because this isn't like real hair, you know, it's just like neck hair. So I'm not going this far in and getting rid of all of that, but I will go a little bit farther.
Did you say that's redneck hair?
Yeah.
Not real hair.
That's my redneck hair.
I would say maybe start with a little less hair and then you can always take it in farther if you need to. But you want to keep it looking natural, especially if you're not sure if you're going to mess up. So we'll start with that and then we can go back to the center and do the other side. So here's my guide, and I'm working like that. So I'm just taking the edge off here, and then I can go a little farther in.
You can't tell as much about my ancestry once you cut all that off.
Mm-hmm. Is that an ancestry thing?
Yeah.
So then...
It just shows the origin of my descent.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Monkeys?
Nice. Sorry. So
I meant chimpanzees.
Hey.
now this just down here kind of looks a little long still. And you can tell because it's not, I don't really know how to explain it, but when you get up to the hairline, it will be like little short hairs instead of all these long hairs, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take it up a little bit farther. Make sure you're looking straight, model. Straight in front of you.
I feel like I'm being exploited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm being used.
Okay, so I'm gonna
You wanted it that way.
a little farther in. And you can leave it square, or you can round it off if you want to. I like to go with their natural hairline. So I'm going to keep his We'll do like squoval. So take a little bit of the edge off right there, but still leave it pretty square. Okay, so that looks pretty good.
Yeah, that looks good.
And then we want to make sure to get as far down their neck / shoulders as they are comfortable with, or you are comfortable with.
You could just keep going down to my butt.
I'm not comfortable with that.
Wow.
It's good to get a towel to dust off.
This is the first time I've modeled for a haircut.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I feel like we have another video
Yeah.
where I'm cutting your hair. So then if you
I don't
want
remember getting paid.
If you want to leave it at that, you can. It's good enough. At least you got all the scragglies off the neck. But if you're comfortable doing a little bit more, you can take your comb, like I'm about to, and kind of go edger over comb. So you want to start at the bottom. You want to get in here?
Mm-hmm.
You can
Is that filming?
Mm-hmm.
put your comb like this and pull out, and then just do just a tiny little bit at a time. And that will kind of fade it in, make it look a little less just,
Blunt.
yeah.
I want this high and tight, Destyn. High and tight.
And then do that all around and keep what you've already done as your guide. Don't go any shorter than that. I'm going pretty fast because I know how to do this, but you want to go a little bit
Slower if you're just starting it.
yeah. Or you can just do this and get these little scraggles that are out of line. If you don't want to do all that, just kind of comb around the hairline, and that'll help clean it up a little bit if this is too much for you. Be careful to just do a little bit at a time. You can always do more. See, it just looks a little
Looks great.
more fresh. Or you can take clippers with a guard and do just around the hairline, but you want to make sure your guard isn't too short, because you don't want it to be short right here and then not faded into the rest of it if you're not going to do a full haircut. You want me to show you around the ears?
Sure.
Okay. So we're combing it towards his ear, and then you comb it and kind of keep the comb there against his skin. And I wouldn't go like above the ear, because you don't want to give him a white wall, which is what it's called when you shave all this part.
Oh, right.
So I just go right around closer to the inside of the ear. And then you can comb all this that's tucked around his ear, comb it forward so it gets untucked. And then comb it down without like combing his ear off. And then you can get those little scragglers. And comb this forward. And then you could try your hand at scissor over comb again, or clipper over comb. Just to get those extra hairs and blend it a little bit better. Or you could just leave it at that.
Ear hair?
You can clean up the sideburns a little bit. You could even do this with the sideburns, like just get the edges cleaned up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I hit myself in the head with a 4x4.
I see that.
I was loading a 16-foot 4x4 and dropped it on my
Ouch.
head.
No, I know that didn't feel good.
I needed to stop that 4x4 and my head came in very useful.
And you want to keep combing the hair so that you know there's no like hair getting tucked up inside itself and you're leaving stuff that you should be cutting. So if you keep combing the hair, you make sure you see everything. And that's the cleanup.
Nice.
How do you like me now?
You look beautiful. Now you're going to get the rest of your hairs did.
Yeah.
Now what are you doing?
Now I'm giving him a real haircut.
Oh.
The rest of
This
it.
is what we did last time, right? It's grown a lot. We did use clippers, right, Dad?
I think so. Sounds familiar.
I guess
So
it
you
has
just-
been 2 months.
Figure out what depth you want and go to it.
Yeah, I mean, there's more to it than that.
But
Like-
just do what she's doing.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Yeah, I don't-
expect, and I don't expect to be able to teach somebody how to do this in a video on YouTube. You have to go to school.
Oh,
Go to school, people.
But
I feel like she's going up a couple of inches and moving away from my head to get tapered.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm going against his head and moving away to make my job easier when I go back in to blend this line.
The scissors.
Yeah. And I'm leaving a lot of room to blend.
what happened, Destyn?
That's our little dog that cries when another dog walks by him.
He thought he was going to get stepped on.
He always
Poor
thinks
guy.
he's gonna get stepped on. And he rarely does.
He does, though, sometimes.
I've seen some guys walking around like in the grocery store with some really bad home clipper cuts.
Oh, yeah.
So I am not recommending doing it at home.
You do what you gotta do.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen some pretty bad ones, too.
Just let it grow out.